Do you know what state in the United States was the 14th state? Well, it was Vermont, of course, in 1791. But did you know there was supposed to be a different 14th state? It was supposed to be called Frankland. It was originally named after Benjamin Franklin. He didn't name it. He didn't even know why it was called Frankland. It was a proposed state located in what we call today present-day Eastern Tennessee. It was created in 1784 from a part of a territory west of Appalachian Mountains that North Carolina gave up to Congress to pay off debt for the American Wars for Independence. The proposed state had two capitals. The first one was Jonesboro, 1784 to December 1785. Then it was Greenville. The proposed site was only in existence for ding, 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 4.5 years. That's it, just 4.5 years. The concept came from Arthur Campbell and John Sevier. They both believed that the over-mountain town should be a separate state from North Carolina. The two of them had very different ideas of what would make up the state. Campbell, he wanted to make it a bigger state. So he wanted to take southwestern Virginia, eastern Tennessee, and parts of Kentucky, Georgia, and Alabama. Sevier had a completely different idea. He wanted it to keep being that limited state, that eastern Tennessee size, small area. And guess what? Virginia did not like Campbell's idea because Virginia thought they should keep their land. All of it. Southwestern Virginia is theirs, and they did not want to give it up. So, Sevier wanted to continue on. He decided that he would ask Benjamin Franklin to join his idea so people would continue to listen to him, and maybe they could still get their state. They wouldn't get all of it like Campbell wanted, but they would get a state. On August 23rd, 1784, delegates from North Carolina counties of Washington, Carter County, Sullivan, Spencer, and Greene, all of which are present day, remember, Tennessee. They convened in the towns of Jonesboro. Do we remember what that was? Oh, yeah, that's right. Jonesboro was supposed to be the capital of this little state. There they declared the lands to be independent of the state of North Carolina. Sevier was appointed reluctantly to be the governor of this new Frankland. They tried to create and approve a constitution, but it failed. So North Carolina Constitution was still in place for Frankland at the time. In May of 1785, the followers of Sevier submitted a petition for statehood to Congress, and 7 out of the 13 states at the time voted to admit Frankland. However, you have to have 2/3 majority, which was stated in the Articles of Confederation, and 7 out of 13 is not 2/3. In order to get more help with their cause, they changed the name to Frankland in the hope that because they changed the name to the same as Benjamin Franklin, they may get Benjamin Franklin to join their effort. Sevier tried to get Benjamin Franklin to join along, but it didn't work out. He sent him a letter, and Benjamin Franklin said, I'm going to decline working in that area for right now. Now, since becoming a state did not work, Sevier and his people did not want to be controlled by North Carolina. They appointed themselves as an independent republic. The capital was then declared to be Greenville. They created a constitution known as the Holston Constitution. Their way to pay was bartering. They did accept all federal and foreign currency. Also, the citizens, they did not have to pay taxes for the first 2 years. Now, Franklin's demise begins in 1786, shortly after becoming a republic. Some of the main residents and supporters withdrew their support for Franklin and joined back with North Carolina. North Carolina offered to waive back taxes if Franklin would join back with North Carolina. However, offer was rejected in 1787. North Carolina decided then that they were going to put some troops together and reopen their North Carolina offices in Jonesboro. Remember where all the Constitution offices were put together? This meant that North Carolina and Franklin were governing side by side. The people of Franklin took more land from the Native Americans in 1787. The land went back and forth. The Indians and the Franklinites would fight back and forth and take the land back and forth, back and forth. The last Franklin legislature took place September 1787. By the end of 1787, the loyal citizens were divided between staying Franklin or returning to North Carolina. In February of 1788, Jonathan Pugh, who was the sheriff of North Carolina, was ordered to seize Sevier's land to pay his back taxes for North Carolina. Sevier brought, 100 men to fight for his items so that he could get them back. North Carolina had a lot more people and a lot more bandwidth, so they just got more people. So Sevier finally retreated. In March of 1788, native tribes in the Frankland area began attacking. Sevier tried to put Franklin under Spanish rule at that time so that he could get some help from the Spaniards. And North Carolina wasn't going to have that. They arrested Sevier in August of 1788. And you'd think that would be the end of it. But no, Sevier's supporters released him from jail. Finally, though, in February of 1789, Sevier's and the rest of the holdout in the lost state wore allegiance to North Carolina, and that's the end of that state, or that's the end of the state that never was. Now, there were some notable people that were in Franklin, the citizens, the Franklinites, and I know of at least one that everyone might know. You know, Davy Crockett. Did you know he was born in Greene County, Franklin, August of 1786. That is just crazy. He was born in a state that didn't even exist or doesn't exist today. Yeah. Some businesses, though, to this day are called names associated with the state. So, for example, there is a bank called State of Franklin Bank. Pretty cool, huh? Bye!